They say fantasy isn't real, but 2025 proved us wrong. These are the top 10 shows that lived in our heads rent free this year. We watched the Dragon Reborn face the shadow and wheel of time and felt the cosmic weight of the Empire crumbling in foundation. But nothing hurt quite as beautifully as the toxic immortal longing in Interview with the Vampire. It wasn't just TV, it was a psychological trap. Then reality hit. From the raw hustle of starting five to the social experiment gone rogue and Love is Blind, we saw the best and worst of us. And for the music fans, building the band showed us exactly how much ego it takes to make a hit. We survived the streets from Dara from Detroit, fought the legal system in reasonable doubt, and felt the tension of the suburbs and the perfect neighbor. Whether it was the high-stakes drama of Bel Air or the chilling history of Hurricane Katrina, come hell or high water, the stakes never felt lower than life or death. From the cozy vibes of Great American Family to the speculative mysteries of Paradise and Forever, and that pulse pounder, Heated Rivalry, 2025 was a masterclass in storytelling. Several shows on this list is a lie. Can you guess which one? Drop your rankings in the comments. Let's argue. Michelle.
Hey.
So we're doing our top 10 of the year. I definitely have a lane in which I love, and then there's a lane in which you love. And every now and then they kind of, they merge together because we've seen each other's lists.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised by what we had in common. They weren't like 100% in common, but it was like, oh. And then you reminded me of some shows that I had watched, and I was like, oh, I love them, but I already shared them with you because I would have changed it real quick.
Well, it's good to have some variety.
All right, so let's get into the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go with the honorable mentions. Michelle, what you got?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, we were doing the top 5 of 2025 that we thought must watch great shows, and I started going from memory to kind of see like what do I remember thinking like that was really good, and of course I ended up with more than 5, and so I did go back and try to like look at the streaming platforms to see if I could remember anything triggered my memory, but when I got through the list, I was like, oh, all of these can make the top 5. So I had to go through and see which ones would make the top 5 and which ones I just want to mention because they were great shows. The first was Bel Air. Have you seen Bel Air?
I did, season 1.
So they made it to the final season now, but I just felt like it was, for it to be a reboot, it's very different than the original one. But I fell in love with the characters. They were all beautiful. The men, the women, everybody. It was a nice looking cast, and I just liked the way the plot kind of panned out, how they kind of waved in, old characters from the old show into the new show. But anyway, if you haven't seen it, just go see Bel Air. It's on Peacock. The other one is a Great American Family, and so I'm trying to think of how I even came across this show, but I don't know if it was a preview or it was a commercial from another show I was watching, but it's on Hulu. It may be on other streaming platforms, but it's based on a true story about this couple that adopted a little girl that had dwarfism. And as they lived with her, they were trying to determine, okay, is this girl really 7 or is she 27? They were trying to figure out how old she was because she was doing what they thought was very adult things. She was manipulating. It made it seem like she was even coming on to the, father and things like that. And so each episode was from different people's perspective. And so some were from the mom's perspective, some from the dad's, and some from the actual child, because I think it was determined she was a child. But it was crazy, and the fact that it was true. I even watched like the documentary with the real people to get the background. Based on that documentary, what I saw was pretty close to what they said, like in the documentary. So if you want to go on like, I can't believe this really happened, Great American Family. The other one was a more recent documentary called The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix. Did you get a chance to see that one? It's one of those where,
No.
okay, I liked it, but I did not want to be my top 10 just because of what it dealt with. But it was basically in, I think it was inner city, maybe Florida. I can't remember. I think it was Florida. But it was this older white lady who stayed in the neighborhood with a bunch of Black kids. And of course, kids are going to play. They may be loud. And there was an empty lot next to her, that whatever she was renting. She stayed calling the police, and they had police body cams of every time they went to her house and what she was complaining about. And they'd go to the people and get the true story or whatever. Long story short, one of the moms who was in one of the scenes with the police cam went over there one day because she had done something to her child to confront her, and the lady ended up shooting her and killing her. And it was so sad because they have all of this on police cam, not the shooting, but the kids' reaction when they find out that the mom actually passed. I mean, it was awful. And then what happened or didn't happen with the lady. But anyway, so it's one of those where if you just want to watch a documentary, it's a good one. It's definitely a.
Oh, you don't want to tell us what happened?
No, I'll have to watch it. You like spoilers. Everybody doesn't like spoilers. The other one that was kind of sad, and being from Louisiana, a lot of people say they didn't watch this one, the Hurricane Katrina Come Hell or High Water, because they said they experienced it. They don't need to see it.
I don't want to be reminded.
Yeah, so I was in Wisconsin at the time, and I had an idea because my brother-in-law's family is from New Orleans, and they came to live with them, while they were getting things together. So you would hear stories, and they also escaped, so they weren't there on the ground when everything happened because, I guess semi-funny story, but their father, which is my brother-in-law's grandfather, was in was it 1956? Whatever, there was another hurricane that flooded New Orleans, and he was there and barely escaped. So they were like, any little raindrop, or they say it's going to be a hurricane, he was out. And so they said they were checking on him during Katrina to see, what he was going to do. And he was already in Mississippi somewhere. So he was safe. He had left. But anyway, I think when I watched it, I did not realize how fast and how the flooding actually happened. I think I had a different view of what happened with the floods and how fast, because they had people with video footage of like literally minutes of the water being like on the ground up to the top of cars, and then up to like they're on the roof and it's like right there. And I'm just like, it was so scary just watching. I could not imagine, experiencing it. And then the people that walked to escape, if you experience it, I can understand not wanting to see it. But to me, it was good to see just what happened and how it was handled and not handled and stuff like that. So Hurricane Katrina Come Hell or High Water. Yeah. And then the last one is Love is Blind Denver. I typically watch every Love is Blind season. This one I like because it was super messy. Like, I did not think, and this is probably my bias, but to me, the more Black couples on the show, usually the better. Where this one only really had, and this is a spoiler if you haven't seen it, one Black couple on the show, but messy boots. Like, it was all kind of, it was messy, and I enjoyed it. So that was my last.
So you were trying to tell me about how it was messy, but we had to go live, and so you didn't finish telling me. So what made it so messy, Michelle?
Well, okay. So I think number one, there's so I think because people know the formula now, like they're trying to make it on the show, to make it to the show. So
okay.
They can edit, they can do all the kind of stuff that they need to do. But even in the pods, like, I don't know if you've gotten there yet, but there's one guy, and the way it seems on camera, it's like he was all in love with this one girl, and the girl leaves, and all of a sudden the next day he's in love with this next girl. Yeah, and so it's like, wait a minute, what? And what's messy is
you talking about the Asian dude?
Yes. Have you gotten to where they met? And where she's like, she was just like,
well, one couple. I saw one couple.
Oh, okay. So spoiler, but so she's like, it doesn't really matter what he looks like, her family looks like the United Nations, all this kind of stuff. So you can tell when she meets him, something is off. And then they have like a next day before they go on the trip where she confronts him to tell him she just can't do it, but she doesn't. I guess the way she says it, he doesn't get it, so he still thinks there's hope. But anyway, you have to see it. But that part's messy. The I don't know. I feel like each couple, because there's another guy that kind of switches girls at the last minute, and the girl he chose is very insecure. When she gets drunk, she is a mess. And I'm gonna let you tell me, like, as far as your gaydar, but it was like a ringing alarm, just loud and strong for me. But you have to let
a lot of them.
So to me, I was just like, okay. But anyway, I just thought it was like good, and just, I don't know, just the little conflicts they had with it was entertaining.
Okay. All right. So, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first with our top 5?
I'll let you call it. Yeah, I've been talking, so you can go.
All right. So first, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, whatever's easiest for you too.
Okay. All right. So this. All right. So I'm going to start with my number 5. Okay. I've got to find 5. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. So I chose this, Building the Band. Building the Band is my number 5. This is kind of, and we were just talking about it. It's kind of like Love is Blind meets the X Factor reality experiment. It was basically, as far as I'm concerned, it was a sleeper hit of the summer, by forcing contestants to form groups without seeing each other. The show focused purely on vocal chemistry, which felt, I don't know, it felt kind of different. Especially considering we're so image based. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think what I liked a lot about it was the genuine distress and joy of the contestants. Because they had to choose the right person. They wanted to build a band, and they wanted like different harmonies, different sounds, different people, different genders. Some of them only wanted, one gender. Right. And then also the mentorship from the different judges. You had Nicole Scherzinger, Kelly Rowland, also Liam Payne, rest in peace. They all seem to be so excited about all of the contestants, and really wish the best for them. But also seeing the dynamics of each group. And there were some people that I didn't like. Let me tell you, I'm just realizing I had this still on. There were some contestants that I didn't like, but they made. I think they made the season even better. I think the show's narrative arc, if you will, followed, I don't know, like a genuine natural progression, especially as they got towards the end. And again, the stress of it, being eliminated and all of that. It reminded me a little bit of American Idol. It did. But you could tell, like, you knew, right? Just based off of how well they were singing. You knew who should have been picked and who should not have been picked, and all of it. It was just sheerly based on talent. And I absolutely loved it. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect it at all. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't expect how I felt about it. Michelle, your thoughts?
I was actually shocked because we talked about this earlier this summer that you had watched it. I'm usually all for a musical band show, American Idol, The Voice, all these little type of show, Making a Band, all that kind of stuff. So I'm usually down for those type of shows. And like you said, this one was totally different from the others because they couldn't see. It was all based on vocal ability. And they did talk to each other. Remember, they had those phone calls, but they tried to build on some type of chemistry. But also what surprised me was how good they sounded together based on not knowing each other or whatever. And just even the way they were able to redo those songs. That's our best way I can say. Redo the songs that they like, songs that we all know. But they were able to kind of like revamp them and sounded amazing. So this is the only one I can comment on from your list. So. be in my honorable mentions, but since you were mentioning your top 5, I left it off.
Well, I wanted you to include it. It was just the fact that some of us, well, some of the things that we chose were like similar.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna try not to forget to
We'll bring us back.
pick it up. All right, so my next one was Foundation. For those of you all who have Apple TV, you're fairly familiar with Foundation. Foundation is a huge hit. It's based off of a series of books. I even remember my high school chemistry and physics teacher. He was talking about Foundation, like he was trying to get me to read Foundation. I was like, nah. He was like, it's better than Star Trek, and I was like, that's where you lost me. I am not. But anyway, I really think part of what I really liked about this particular season was Brother Day. Brother Day is kind of like you can think of him as a king, right? So what happens is you have Brother Dawn, Brother Day, and Brother Dusk, right? So Brother Dawn is learning how to be a quote unquote king, and then once he reaches a certain age, then he becomes Brother Day. Brother Day is the king.
Okay.
And then once he reaches a certain age, he becomes Brother Dusk, and he's mentoring Brother Day. Now they're all clones.
Oh.
So it's the same person over and over and over and over and over again, but they have kinks to their personality. In this particular season, this Brother Day was completely different from the Brother Days that we had seen in the past. This particular Brother Day, he was like, I don't want this. I don't want this responsibility. I want to fall in love. I want to, I want to live my life. You people are crazy. You know what I'm saying? Which was completely different from previous seasons where Brother Day was just horrible. Like I'll kill you. And he meant it. He was going to, just all of that. But you also had other plots going on, right? What's happening is yes, Earth is part of their empire, but they have other worlds as well. Well, there was this man, Harry Seldon. He basically said, our empire it's going to fall. Like all empires eventually fall. And he was trying to get them to make some changes so that even though the empire was going to fall, it wouldn't lead them in a bad situation. But the Brother Day is like, nah, the empire will succeed, no matter what. So he exiled Harry Seldon. Harry Seldon formed the foundation. Yeah, the foundation. But the foundation was basically on the outskirts of, let's call it the galaxy or the universe. All right, whatever. The outskirts. Mm-hmm. But what's happening is in this particular season, there's a third element, right? And that third element is the mule. The mule, he has powers, and he can make people do whatever it is that he wants them to do through love. And so the foundation, they're trying to kill the mule. And it's more than just the foundation is trying to kill the mule. The foundation and the empire are working together because what the mule is going to do is he's going to take over everything. He's going to take over the foundation. He's going to take over the empire. And so it's a good, like I just recapped like 3 seasons for you.
Okay.
Which is why it's a lot, right? It is a lot, but it's a really good story. It's a really good story. So Foundation is my number 4.
Okay. Right. Now, would you say that now that you're, watched it, better than Star Trek, or is it the same?
So what's good about it is that it's, even though we're talking about a lot of different worlds, everybody is human, right? And so there aren't a lot of different aliens, if you will. It's just different people living in different worlds, but you can transpose worlds and make them different countries, if you will, with different interests, different resources, and those people with different interests and resources are competing against each other, and you could think of it as a modern day United Nations, if you will, and everybody is just fighting for their piece of the pie.
Mm.
And so in that way, it's better than Star Trek. But Star Trek, in my mind, it the story can change with every episode.
Mm.
And so on one hand, yes, the foundation is good. On the other hand, Star Trek is good as well. It's just about what you like.
Okay.
Okay.
Never heard of it, but like I'm caught up and could actually watch it. Okay, foundation.
Oh, you lie. You ain't gonna watch it.
I said I could actually watch it. I didn't say I would.
See, nah, that's the truth. All right. So my third one is Interview with a Vampire. All right. Now, Interview with a Vampire has quickly become like my probably the show that I love the most. And, you know, just to be honest, for those of you all who are watching Interview with a Vampire, the last season that came out was in 2024. But I keep watching it. All right. And for those of you all who have watched the movie, it's very similar, but because they have these different episodes, they get to delve into these characters, and it's not an hour and a half, right? It's 8 hours, right? And technically it's 16 hours. So one book, 16 hours. And so they delve into the complexity of memory and manipulation and what all of these different characters did and how it affected them internally and how that then changed them. And it was psychological. It was in depth, right? So everyone who watched the movie remembers Claudia, right? This little girl who, you know, she was dangerous, she was bad, but oh my God. Like, another thing that I want to say, all of these all of these actors were fantastic. All of them trained in the theater, right? So that when they came, they delivered. They delivered. I mean, and it was just, you know, it was everything. It was everything. We thought we knew these little passing sentences. Like for those of us who read the book, it was just like one little sentence. But they made a whole television show, like 1 hour, based off of this one little sentence, and it was just like, yes, thank you, because you know, like it's like I've been basing what I understood about this, and other people are like, no. They went into it and they made it live, and it was like it was awesome. It was fantastic. Characters that we liked, and we were like, oh, he's in love with Louis. Talking about Armand. Do you from Armand from the movie? I don't know if you even saw the movie. Interview with a Vampire.
I didn't. That's why I say that was
okay.
I can comment on. I've actually heard of this and heard good things about it. So it's not like the foundation where I was like, what? Like it didn't even come up as a recommendation. But this one I have heard of. And this is one that you reviewed or still reviewed, right?
Still, the season 3 is coming out in January, and I'm ready. Everybody I know is ready because season 2. You know how like typically season 1 is good and then season 2 is less good. Mm-hmm. Season 2 got better, and so season 3 has got to be like thebomb.com. Yeah, it's got to be, and I'm here for it 100%. I am. All right, so let's move. I feel like I'm taking a little too much time.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, so. My number 2, The Wheel of Time. Now, I put this out on YouTube and somebody was just like, you got to be kidding me, not Wheel of Time. Yes, The Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time was really that good, especially season 3. So it was the opposite. Season 1 was right here. Season 2 was right here. Season 3 did this, right? It's been canceled, but that's okay. Okay, so in this particular story, you got this young man who doesn't know his lineage. He doesn't know that he is the quote unquote the Dragon Reborn, which basically means that he's going to right the world. What's happening is he has met a number of people along the way, and all of their lives are intertwined with his. He needs all of them to help him become the person he is meant to be. Okay. and it's a wonderful show. Like, obviously it's fantasy, right? Because he has powers, they have powers, their powers are not like his, and then so he's on the side of good, and then you have all of these people who are on the side of evil, who all they want to do is kill people, kill. All they want to do, him and his friends, is they want to save as many people as possible. But sometimes along the way, some people do die, right? It's not like they like it; it happens. And so they're very self-reflective.
So the right, the wrong. Does he need the bad people and the good people, or he just needs the good people to right the wrong?
He needs the good people to right the wrong. Now, he does use one of the bad people to help him do that. And that one person that he uses is in love with him, or I should say the person that he used to be. So think reincarnation.
Gotcha.
So people are reincarnated over and over and over and over and over again. So in one of his past lives, he actually was in love with one of these evil people. But she's still in love with him after these millennia, right?
Okay.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Now, why do you think the person, whoever said, "Are you kidding me, Wheel of Time?" Why do you think they said that? Because of seasons 1 and 2?
Probably. And I'm not gonna lie. So season 1, it was one of those shows that you're gonna fall asleep on. So you turn it on so that it can help you fall asleep. And so I turned it on, but it just so happened, like one of the last episodes I woke up on, like when you wake up to use the restroom, and I was like, and then like it's just a lot of stuff going on, and I was like, oh, that's why this happened in this particular episode. So I had to go back and I had to watch, and then I started reading the books, and it was I was like, I couldn't wait for season 2, and it was good. It's been good. It's been good. All right, I know that fantasy and sci-fi is not your thing, so I applaud the fact that you're indulging me right now.
No, I love it. You're so excited and passionate about this. Well, that's great. Yeah.
All right.
It's reality.
So this is no longer fantasy or sci-fi. This is actually almost all of the television shows that I chose were based off of books, and so was this one. Okay, so my favorite show of the year is none other than the phenomenon Heated Rivalry. Michelle, are you familiar with Heated Rivalry?
No. No, never heard of it. I'm looking at these characters, these pictures. Yeah. What's the
okay? What's the what?
What streaming platform is it on?
HBO Max.
Okay.
I guarantee you something came up because you're on social media.
I'm on social media. It's only the shows I watch on HBO is John Oliver. I watch him, and I watch it's the crazy what is it called? It's like the church people that it's crazy. I can't even think of the name of it. It'll come to me later. But so I think because of that, this probably hasn't even come up.
Okay. So Heated Rivalry is about these two hockey players.
Mm-hmm.
They just meet randomly. Like both of them are like at the top of their game, same age relatively. One goes to the other. He just wants to introduce himself, but he's kind of awkward, right? The other one is Russian. And he's like, what are you like? Okay, all right, yeah. But the more he talks to the awkward one, the more he gets a sense that, oh, you're gay.
Mm-hmm.
The Russian is gay too. And both of another part to it. This happens in the past. This happens. It starts in 2014, something like that.
Oh, that.
So yeah. And so
with your fantasy and stuff, I'm like the past, like the 1700s. Okay, the past. 10 or so years ago. Okay.
And so they they do with what young boys do, because at this particular point in time, they're like fresh out of college, that kind of stuff, right? And they're not trying to get to know each other at all. And then over the years, what ends up happening is they start to develop feelings for each other. Now, in episode 3, what happens is one of their another hockey player. This particular episode is all about him. It's not about the two main characters. It's all about him and the person that he has decided he's going to take a chance on. And of course, they're both gay, right? And so the person that he decides to take a chance on is like he's just out. He's out. But the hockey player likes him, right? But you see the dichotomy between that one character and all the other characters. The other characters are hiding who they are, but this one guy is out, and he has a loving family. They support him, they validate him, and so as a result, he's free to be himself. He's also nah, you want to hide me. I can't do that for the rest of I can't wait 3 years. You know, I want to be able to show you off to all of my friends and all that other good stuff. And so they break up. And you fast forward now to episode 6, which is the last episode. And well, I should say episode 5. In episode 5, at the end of that particular episode, that particular character, the hockey player who fell in love with the guy who's not a hockey player, you know, they've won the Stanley Cup. Oh, yeah. Okay. And so everybody's hugging their family members. Everybody's down on the rink or whatever. And so he calls the boy because the boy is in the stands watching, right? So he calls him, and the boy's like, "What are you talking about? Like, you want me?" And so he's like, "Yeah, I want you." And then he kisses him on national television, you know, all of that. And so the other two hockey players, they're not playing, right? They're watching it from their respective homes. And the Russian, he calls the other guy. The other guy had invited him over to his house for the summer, like 2 weeks. It's just gonna be the two of them, and they're scared. They were scared when he kisses the other guy. It gave them permission to be themselves, and it was just it was like, and it also talks about like some of the stuff that, you know, like typical gay people go through, especially in that particular situation. And like, I can't tell you how many different times I cried on that show.
Really?
Like starting with episode 3, 4, 5, and 6. I can't tell you how many times I cried. It was beautiful. It was. So
did you read the book first and then was like, oh my gosh, they have a series, or you went back and read the book afterwards?
I went back. I didn't know that this. I knew nothing about it. I just saw 2 men and I was like, oh, I want to watch that.
Wow. So I don't know, just because it sounds almost like a love story with just some complications throughout. It sounds like, now that's something I probably will watch that. I probably will watch that one. And it was your number 1. So.
But it's my number 1, and I didn't know this when I first started watching it. Like I didn't. I promise you, I didn't know it. But that show is the most watched show in all of television history.
What? Wait a minute.
Most watched. Just 6 episodes. Most watched show in television history. Because people are watching it again and again and again and again. And it's like straight people, like podcasters, straight guy. All they do is like they do sports, but they watch it.
Yeah.
It speaks to people.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I will. It sounds like something I actually will watch. So yeah. Well, great list. I mean, you've made me like excited about the shows that I probably wouldn't be excited about. So. But I will watch Heated Rivalry, because that one sounds like something I could actually get into. So, yes. Yeah. So you said you released your list on already, so people could see, and they were commenting on it, or they were talking like from the intro.
From the intro, yeah.
Gotcha. So, okay, well, we can do my top 5.
Okay, here we go.
Drum roll. Number 5 is...
Okay. Let's see if I got this right. Yep.
This is the starting 5 on Netflix. And the reason I think I chose this is because for me, I'm not into... Not that I'm not into basketball. Like, I don't really watch it. I may... every other year or so, like catch a playoff, if I'm with family and they're watching a game, I may watch it. It's not that I'm anti-basketball, but I don't keep up with it. And so this particular, have you seen this?
No.
Okay. I'm trying to think why I even started watching it. It kept coming up. So I was like, oh, let me just watch it. And I started watching it on the plane. That's what it was. And I was just like, this is actually good. But the first season, they follow like 5 basketball players. Of course, I was familiar with LeBron James. I was not familiar with Jason Tatum. I was not familiar with Anthony Edwards. I was not familiar with, who was that? Jimmy Butler. Their faces looked familiar, but I did not know them. And it follows them throughout the season, but it like goes home with them. They are mic'd up all the time, so you hear them on the court, like going back and forth. So you get to see how they interact with the other players, how they talk trash, how they like actually are friendly with the other players. And I don't know, to me, I thought that was interesting, even to see like how hard they work, how they prep their bodies before and after the games, and stuff that I never would have imagined that they do just to make it at the where they need to be. Or people that like LeBron, who, you know, people can argue that he's the greatest of all times or whatever, but how much work he still puts in as, you know, he's getting older, but just like he's still great in the work he's putting in. He's still a good father to the kids. And they even go through, because I think were they filming the time his son, I know they talked about the time his son like had that, was it a heart attack or something where I don't know if you remember his son when he was in college and he passed out, almost died. Yeah. It was something with his heart. And in any case, I thought it was just so good. It was a feel-good story. Because I don't follow, it's from like the previous year, and I'm on like pins and needles trying to see who's going to win the playoffs from the year before. They follow it all the way through or whatever. But I don't know. If you just want something just to kind of, it's very easy watch. You're going to laugh. You're going to enjoy their different personalities. Starting 5. They have another season or 2 too, so you can catch up on that.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Next.
Well, but you know what? That was a nice segue, because we were talking about sports before, hockey, and then went to basketball. That was a nice segue.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 4. Forever on Netflix.
Yes.
So this stars Lovie Simone and Michael Cooper Jr. And those who haven't seen it, they're childhood friends that reunite as teenagers. And it deals with their relationship. It also deals with their relationship with parents. And they come from, I want to say, different side of the tracks. It doesn't seem like she was like in the hood or nothing, but she definitely wasn't as well.
Upper middle class, lower middle class type
situation. Or that. Just kind of that, dealing with that situation, parents. But I felt like it was, I don't know, it was a feel good. I felt like it was authentic, like things that would happen in relationships. Real Black parents, what things they would say to their Black kids.
100%. Like some of them were told to me. Yes. I was like, yes. Like, you would have beat him right there. You know.
Right. So got involved, and it was just such a cute little, I don't know. I loved it. And I think I heard there was another season. I feel like there is another season coming. So
they better. I'm waiting for it. I fell in love with it. It was one of those things that just kept coming up, and I was just like, what is this? Let me go ahead and watch it. And I was hooked. It didn't take me long to be hooked.
Yeah. And I know, like, when people, I think during that time, people are always ask, what are y'all watching? Any recommendations? And I would always recommend this one, because typically across the board, like, no matter what you're into, people enjoy this. Because I know, like, my sister likes a certain type of show. My husband likes a certain type of show, but everybody seems to have enjoyed this one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, forever, Netflix. All right, number 3.
Okay, let's see if I got the right one. Yeah.
Paradise on Hulu, starring Sterling K. Brown. Now, this one everybody was talking about, but if you didn't watch it, you really couldn't. Like, if somebody said, what is the show about? You really couldn't explain it. Did you? I can't remember if you watched. Okay.
I did.
To me, to explain it, you have to spoil the show a little bit, because, we're going to spoil it. Hopefully you've all seen it, but it starts off with Sterling K. Brown. He's like Secret Service or something, and he discovers the president has been killed. And so the show kind of starts like investigating his murder, but then you realize that they're not even they're on Earth, but they're in like a cavity.
Underground bunker type thing.
Yeah, because the world has, I don't know, word has ended or something, they think upstairs. So anyway, drama ensues inside the underground world. They're still trying to figure out if people are alive on the outside. And it's just a lot going on, but every episode was good, left you with cliffhanger after cliffhanger. And people that you didn't expect would be bad guys are bad guys. I don't know. It was all around great show. Yeah.
It really was. It really was. And I was just like, at one point, I was like, Sterling K. Brown, he has killed the president. What? A black man has killed the president?
You're going to jail. You're going to jail. Yeah, it's very very good. Can't wait for a next season. And yeah, I can imagine getting any worse. So,
but I kind of feel like this must have been like one of those shows that started in 2023 and ended in, 2024 and ended in 2025. I kind of feel like it because
it may have because I think when I started watching, it may have been a little late because they had already. I think people were talking about it, and I was like, well, let me just because I know I wasn't on the back because I think they released episodes in chunks, and when I watched it, I didn't miss. I was able to watch it all. I didn't have to wait for the next episode. So whenever I played it, all fully released. But yeah, this could have easily been my number one, but I was just using different things.
Oh, so they're close. Your 3, 2, and 1 are really close. Okay, all right. All right. So let's go to the next one. All right.
Reasonable Doubt, Hulu, starring Emma Yahtzee Corinaldi. I think that's how you say it. McKinley Freeman, that's the husband there. Morris Chestnut. Also, he's more prevalent in season 2. He's a little bit in season 3. And Joseph Secor, I don't know if you watch Power, but he played Tommy. He's more prevalent in this current season. But, go ahead.
No, I just want to say I saw season 1, I saw season 2, and I just want to say that her husband, number one, I don't know if he's weak or strong, but that's a sexy ass man.
He is.
That's all I want to say.
Unassumingly, it's not like to me, like Morris Chestnut exudes it more, but he's like unassuming. You just like, I don't know. To me, he grew on me almost. I was like, yeah. And this season, I don't know if it's the hair, but he's full on, giving. But anyway, the premise of the show is the Emma Yahtzee, she plays. She's a attorney. She's a lawyer, criminal attorney, and she's helping to solve crime. So she's always defending the person who's murdered, or you don't know if they murdered or not, but they are accused of murder. And the season is going through with her doing the trial, trying to figure out, who did it. And that's one part. But then her life is messy because just her relationship with her husband, outside stuff. They start out separated, getting back together, outside babies. It's a lot going on. And then, their kids, and then even her parents are issues. So it's just a lot into one show. It's also run by a Black woman. Everybody in the room, the writers, everybody, directors, everybody's Black. And it shows through the show. The music is very Black and very like, hey, I forgot about this one. It's just like, and the scenes, I just feel like it ties right into the scenes. Some of the songs I hadn't heard before, but just even looking at the lyrics, it's like perfection for, I don't know. If you haven't seen this one, definitely go watch it. You would not be doing it.
I even like her relationship with her friends, as kind of sort of toxic as that might be. Mm-hmm. To me, it just seems so. It seems so real. Yeah. It seemed like I remember my mom talking to her friends, and like the conversations were very reminiscent. Or like sometimes like our friend group, I might have been like in another room, but I'm hearing y'all talk. Y'all talk the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a great show. So definitely recommend. And my final number one show of 2025. Let me
make certain. I think this is it. All right.
Released in 2024. I can't remember, but I watched in 2025. But it's still good and still out there.
Okay.
DR from Detroit. Now, this is not a show that I hear about often. I'm trying to remember. I think I was listening to a radio show and she was on there talking about it. And I was just like, okay, let me just check it out. It's so different. So the premise of the show, Diara Kilpatrick, she's actually, well, you're more into politics. You remember Kwame Kilpatrick? He was like the mayor of Detroit years ago. So this is his sister who and stars in the show.
Okay.
Diara, and she's like divorced. She's a teacher, and she goes on this Tinder date with this guy. It goes extremely well. You know, like it's like great. It's like, okay, second date, whatever. The guy ghosts her. And so it starts off with her trying to figure out why did he ghost me, and turns into almost like an investigation of this little boy from elementary school that went missing and they never found him. So she's looking for the Tinder date, and it turns into her trying to find, because she thinks it's him that's come back. It's very different. Somehow the underworld mafia of Detroit gets in it, and it's also funny. Like, you're gonna laugh. It's so different, but it was so, I don't know, it was really good. And I'm not from Detroit, but you know how, like, if you watch a show from Louisiana, you can appreciate some of the things they put in there that other people may not get. Mm-hmm. So I have friends from Detroit. So some of the stuff they threw in there, I was like, oh yeah. But I'm sure I missed a lot of Detroit things in the show. So if you're from Detroit, you're going to absolutely love it, because it's, you know, it's going to feel like home. But I don't know. To me, I loved it from first episode to the last one, because it was like a dark comedy, but investigation. I don't know. It was very, I loved it. So definitely check out DR from Detroit. I watched it on Amazon Prime, but I think it's actually BET Plus, because we have our BET Plus through Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I think it was I think it first aired on BET Plus. Well, it's not shown right here. Let me see. I think I did one for yeah, I think it's BET Plus. I think I deleted that part from the image, but it's BET Plus. But yeah, you might have watched it on Prime.
Okay, and it's just one season. I think it's like 8 episodes, and the way it left off, I think I don't even know. She may just do a totally different show. It's not one that you're like, oh, I wonder if it's going to be a season 2, because it kind of wraps up nice in a bow. So I don't think it's going to be a season 2, but if so, I'll be there.
She might go on another Tinder date. You never know.
Who knows? But yes, I'm so happy we got a chance to do this.
Well, let me ask you this question. Mm-hmm. Which one on my list surprised you the most, good or bad?
I think it wasn't bad, but I think the one that surprised me, which we probably talked about, is more of the Build the Band show, because to me, I don't know. I guess I don't think about you watching those type of shows like Building the Band. To me, the all the fantasy otherworld stuff doesn't surprise me at all. The gay hockey players doesn't surprise me. But to me, I knew you watched it, but even it being part of your top 5, I think that surprised me. Even though it was a good show, I totally agree with it. That surprised me more.
Yeah. It was a really good show. Huh?
Anything from my list, what I noticed is my list was black. I was like, I watch a lot of black stuff, but you know, hey.
Not 100%, because your what do you call your honorable mentions? Several of your honorable mentions weren't necessarily black. And okay, so the opposite is true. I was just like, ooh, I don't think I watch enough black. But I knew, like, a lot of the shows that you show. I think the only one I didn't know was your number one. Like, I had watched all of the other stuff that you named, except your number one. Well, I take that back. The basketball one.
Oh, okay.
It was basketball, so I wasn't gonna watch that.
Yeah, and what's funny is because I did not think I would be into it, but it is. I think because it's more of like a. I don't want to say drama, but it's like their lives, and so they do like show the games and stuff, but they're talking during the games and be like
reality. It's reality.
Yeah.
You like reality. Yeah. Oh, that's something that I was surprised about. I thought you would have had more reality on your list. You didn't have a whole lot of reality on your list.
Me too. Like when I started thinking about the reality shows that I watched this year, because even like, what's the one that was, and I can't believe I watched it. Temptation, was it Temptation Island? It's like one where they go out, and to me, everybody's talking about it. That's why I started watching it. But I do watch reality, but when I started thinking about, to me, those are just kind of like mindless, and it was good. It was fine. But when I really had, because I had to think and narrow down, I was just like, okay, this was really good, and yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. All right.
Yep.
Anything that was controversial to you?
As far as like that on your list or mine or just in general?
Yeah, either one.
Nothing I can think of controversial. Yeah, unless I mean, okay, you mean like as far as the show being controversial or
The show.
um nothing's coming up is like that's yeah, nothing I can think of. Yeah, that was controversial.
Okay. Okay. No. And I didn't necessarily think that anything would be considered controversial,
Mhm.
but just kind of like, I don't know about that
I think because I didn't watch, but like of your top five, I didn't watch a lot of them, so I don't know if I would, like you were saying, the foundation. No, it was what was the one that you said somebody was like not water? Is it water? Is what was it called? It was like your number three, I think, or two. It was the one with the You
Wheel of
said
Time.
well, a Wheel of Time. I know it was a W or something. I said water. Like to me, I think if I had watched them, I could be like, okay, I cannot believe you put that one on your. Or whatever. Um, yeah, because even like when I think about like even this season of Big Brother, like we watched that, or even like
Uh
the
huh.
Housewives or Married to Medicine,
Uh
things
huh.
like that I watch, they're fine, but to me, not top five,
Okay.
unless it's
Okay.
like an extremely good season. And I know those seasons they were all right. All right.
Yeah. In terms of reality, Housewives, they're not doing what they used to do. I
And
still watch them.
I did not watch, and I think maybe I was semi boycotting Atlanta. I don't know because of Phaedra, but I yeah, it's almost like they have their um formula. So they know, okay, we're gonna go out to dinner, we're gonna argue, we're gonna go on vacation, we're gonna fight, so it does seem kind of
Repetitive.
scripted or not even scripted, but it's like, okay, we know what's gonna happen, or is this even real? Are y'all really fighting? Or y'all. But people still get
Well,
on
let
nerves.
me ask you a question.
Mhm.
What's going on with Candy and her husband, Todd? What's going on? Is that true? At first, I was like, they lie. It ain't true. But is it true?
That is true. Now I'm not
Oh,
gonna ask
and
of it.
when I ask the question, I'm really asking, are they getting a divorce?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. Like I hear stuff on
Mhm.
social media, like YouTube, and to me, all of that is just fake. But so I don't really know what's really happening. I did see one post where their sex lives were like as crazy as Phaedra said it was.
Mhm.
And Phaedra was like, well, I try not to. So she didn't really answer no questions. So I ain't know. I don't know. I don't know what's true
So, and I will say I'm
or
not
what's
like
even being alleged.
I used to be on top of all the little stuff, but I listened to it's a lady, her name is Miss Misha, she reviews reality shows, and every once in a while she'll do like a pop on for like, oh, if it's like hot news like this. And so I listened to part of it, and Candy, as she was talking about it, she was saying like it's difficult for her and it's hard and it was a tough decision and stuff like that. So I think it is true. Um, I don't have the details of like what exactly happened or whatever, but it seems like they were one of the girl, the last baby girl had a party and they were all there together, but Todd was not in any of her photos that she posted. But they were both, there for the baby at the party. But I don't know enough about it, but it is messy. And to me, I was hoping they would stay together because I mean they were together a long time considering, Hollywood and all the stuff with her mama and the drama, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I would think they would be together, but yeah, Andy had to drop. And I think, yeah, she definitely had a prenup because that was a fight at the wedding. So hopefully she well protected. He's made a little change off of her since he got there. I don't know how those restaurants are they still around?
I don't know. I don't know enough about
Yeah,
it
because
to
this
say
show
one
was
way or the
good.
other. Oh well. Oh well. I was hoping for him.
I was listening. It was like an old
Huh?
show. I was listening to. Everybody's doing like reruns for the end of the year for I ain't say everybody, but this radio show I was listening to. And I just happened to be listening on the way somewhere. And this girl, this was back, must have been 2019, but she wrote a book. I don't know if it was a show called Starting from the Bottom that it must have aired years ago. But one of the characters was somebody that Phaedra dealt with. She was like with Apollo, Phaedra, and this other girl or whatever, but she took the fall for stuff that Phaedra did. So she wrote a book about it, and I think Phaedra sued her for like $30 million. And she was fighting, and they finally dismissed the case. But it was interesting. I don't know, I've always had a feeling about Phaedra. She just rubbed me the wrong way. It's just kind of like, I can't put my finger on it. So it could be that, you know, she's a criminal, but she's a lawyer, so she know how to protect herself. But it was
she's shiesty.
Yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So any other than that, the show you were talking about, Foundation? Anything else you're looking forward to watching in the new year?
Oh, Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, Interview with a Vampire. I thought it was Foundation. Yeah.
And look, I'm counting the days. It's 15 days, baby. Can't wait.
15. Yeah. So okay, cool. Yeah, no, nothing. I have to figure out that show because it's bothering me. It was like it's a crazy show on HBO Max that I mentioned. It's like I want to say the Righteous Gemstones. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God. It's so stupid. So don't even worry about it. It was in my head. It's this white like mega church family and their kids, and it's weird, but it's funny and so stupid. But anyway, I just it's one of my like go to sleep shows because it's so stupid.
Like the Chrisleys?
I guess I like it.
I was like, come on now.
Yeah, scripted, but yeah. So. Oh, well, any New Year's plans?
No, really, I'm supposed to be getting ready for work. I teach one class.
Okay.
And so I need to do my lesson plans. But I've just been. I told myself, each day I'm gonna spend, an hour or two. I ain't done nothing.
We got a couple of more days. We can all Sunday night. Spend all that time. Yeah, we don't have. I'm trying to decide if we're gonna be at home. We're gonna do church. I know I don't want to be out tonight. For some reason, I just don't want to be out like driving at midnight.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody's doing. So we'll figure it out soon enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you have a happy New Year. Everybody else, Happy New Year.
Same to you, Michelle. Same to you, Michelle. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.